In the last 33 months, I grew my YouTube channel from 0 to 51,000 subscribers, my Instagram from 0 to 143k followers, and my TikTok from 0 to 139,000 followers. Listen, you can gain a massive audience without being rich, without being jacked, and without showing your ass. And I start with this proof for you to see that what I'm about to teach you actually works. I'm not like most people who teach stuff they haven't done themselves. And listen, before I got to 333k, I went 7 years with no results. I started posting videos to YouTube when I was only 8. My genius 3-step plan was make videos on interesting topics, improve something with every video, and hope for one video to blow up. Result of that plan? Years of wasted time, no views, no subscribers, and definitely no money. If you feel like you're following the same exact plan right now, then I want you to listen carefully, because I'm gonna save you 7 years of your life so you can just get the gain without the pain. My name is Igor Rupieta. I'm a 17-year-old filmmaker and entrepreneur teaching other creators how to make money online through content creation. I made my first 10k online at 16 and a lot more ever since. Is that cool? Okay, let's get started. The 6 lessons that changed my life forever are: education is king, social media is not a business, quality over quantity, nothing is original, and social media is like social life. And I know that you may think that you know what those mean, but trust me, it's more than that. So listen carefully. We're gonna start with the first one. Education is king. There are 2 types of content you can make. There's entertainment content and there's education content. The point of entertainment is to just make people watch. This is, for example, the video you see on the right, Mr. Beast type video, face your biggest fear to win $800,000. Now, there's another type of video, and the entire idea of educational videos is to make the viewer learn something. And here you've got an example of Ali Abdal's video, How to Invest for Beginners. For entrepreneurs, entertainment doesn't lead to anything, because people who watch entertainment content only want more entertainment, and so this is a loop. On the other hand, people who watch educational content want more education, but this doesn't end here, because if they want more education, that means that they can now buy your paid product. And so really, the 2 types of people are entertainment people who will not buy anything from you, and the educational people who can buy. And if that's not enough, people who watch educational content are usually more intelligent, they have a better attention span, so they're better to be around, and generally they're also more likely to be your true fan because they don't hop around random videos that just give them the most entertainment. Education is king. You want to make educational content. Now, the second point is that not every good idea is a good idea. Let's talk about this now. Is this thing that you see on the right a viral idea? I asked my 71-year-old Russian grandpa controversial questions, and in the thumbnail you can see a question, problem with LGBT. Is this a viral idea? Yes, definitely. But does this attract a good audience? Of course not. It only attracts people who are into entertainment. And if you're wondering, this is actually my video that I created but never posted. So remember, there are 2 types of viewers. The first, the entertainment guys, will never buy anything from you. On the other hand, the educational guys might. So the problem with this video is that it attracts entertainment people. That video will never get you any customers to your paid product. The second problem is that they will never transfer to education, because people who watch entertainment just want more of that. And so you will not get any views on your other educational videos. And on top of that, the only thing that this video would do is it would mess up the algorithm, because if the viewers watch that video, you gather a new audience. If that audience doesn't watch your new educational video, YouTube algorithm assumes that that video is not a really good video because your regular audience doesn't watch that, so it just kills the reach. And in the bottom right, that's you crying in the corner. This video has a lot of views potential. This could possibly get millions of views, but I didn't post it. So what we can get out of that is that views don't actually matter. That's because, returning to this graphic, views are not created equal. Let's imagine two scenarios. In the first one, we get 1 million views of the people who watch entertainment content, and in the other one, we get 10,000 people who watch educational content. Let's analyze the first example. For 1 million views on entertainment content, we're going to get $1,000 from YouTube ad revenue. That's because average RPM for entertainment content is approximately $1. In addition to that, we won't get any sales because those people don't buy our products. And so really, we're just left with the $1,000 from ad revenue. And of course, this is given the video gets 1 million views. And as we all know, not every video gets 1 million views. So let's imagine the other scenario now. Let's imagine we get 100 times less views, but those views are only of people who watch educational content. The RPM we get is $10. That's an average for educational content. So we only get paid $100 from ad revenue. But that video may get us 100 sales of our $100 product, and that way we get $10,000 in sales, so we're left with $10,100. So it's clearly a better scenario. So views don't really matter, but only if you actually do business. And that brings us to the next point, which is that social media is not a business on its own. So the wealthiest creators, which you probably recognize from these pictures, have one thing in common. They started their business in the past, and then after that, they started their social media accounts to promote that business. And what most people do is they go completely the other way. They start by growing on YouTube, by creating their Instagram accounts to promote what? Nothing. And only then, when they get to 10,000, 100,000 subscribers or followers, then they decide, okay, I may have to create a product to make some money now. And the product obviously turns out to be shit because the first product is never the best. So you have to understand that social media are just advertising platforms. Just like the TV is an advertising platform for multi-million-dollar companies, social media platforms are advertising platforms for us private entrepreneurs. The correct way to go about it is to start a business first and to create a product while you still have no subscribers and no followers, and to only then start your social media accounts and to have something to promote, and not the other way that all the people go, where they start their social media accounts first and then they create a product. Don't worry if you went with the second path. The point is that just create your product as early as possible. When you do that, you will never miss a potential sale while growing. That's because imagine that a random video you created without having a product blows up. What happens? You get no sales because that video redirects people to nothing, because your product doesn't exist. On the other hand, imagine how much money you would make if your video that advertises a product blew up. So by setting up a business right away and by creating a product, you are sure that you're never going to miss out on any money and on any dollars. That's the first thing. The second is that you will always know who you should make your videos for. Because if you don't have a product, then you don't know exactly what kind of a topic you should cover in your videos. On the other hand, if you're gonna have a fitness program, then you're gonna know that every video should be about fitness. And so you're always going to stick to your plan and you're always going to deliver your true fans what they actually want. And when you do that, you're gonna have higher converting videos, so naturally you're gonna make more money. We covered that, so let's get to the next point. Quality over quantity. These are the screenshots of my channel when I was posting 16 times per month, and the other one is when I was posting 2 times per month. What you can see is a clear difference in views. And so naturally, I was putting in less effort into the videos on the left and more effort into the videos on the right, they took me weeks to make. Now, just like views are not created equal, videos aren't created equal neither. And so what you can see is that if you make 16 videos in a month that make you $10 each, then you make $160. On the other hand, if you make just 2 videos, but they make you $800, whether it be in ad revenue, in sales, or combined, you now make $1,600. The only thing you need to do is you just need to make 8 times better videos. And I know this may sound scary, but don't worry, because it doesn't take 8 times the effort. You need to come up with less ideas because only 2 instead of 16. You need to script less, film less, and on top of that, edit less footage. The only thing you have to do is you have to put more mind into it. You have to think about what you do a little bit more, about every single idea you have, about the script, whether this thing's correct or not, whether the shot that you're taking looks good or not. It just takes a little bit more mind, but that doesn't mean that it takes a lot more effort. And so just by looking at this picture, I hope you can tell that one good video is much better than 8, 10 or 100 bad videos, and the views speak for themselves, which obviously translates to subscribers and sales conversions. We've covered that, so our next lesson is nothing is original. I want you to think about it for a second. When one business releases some kind of good product, like this first ever release of a smartphone, what happens next? Its competition immediately releases a very similar product. But here's my question to you. Do you call any smartphone a copy of an iPhone these days? Of course you don't. Then how about YouTube? Well, nothing is original here neither, because when one creator releases some kind of good video, his competition does the exact same thing, and nobody has any problems to that. The best example? The top creators also do that. You can see the exact same 2 videos by Ali Abdaal and by Mark Tilbury, and the only difference is the number of tips. So, why do they do that? If something worked once, and it was not so long ago, then it is very likely that it will work again. The point is that you should not reinvent the wheel, but you should use it to your advantage. And so if you want to create the best performing video right now, then what I want you to do is I want you to find a video that has more views than the channel subscribers. And so here's an example of Jack's video, which has 1.8 million views. He has 500k subscribers. So this is the perfect example. And what I want you to do next is I want you to copy the title, but make the video on your own. Here's an example of my video. The title is literally the same, unapologetically. I just copied it exactly as it is. But just looking at the thumbnail, and if you watched both of the videos, you know that this is a completely different video covering a completely different topic. So that's the point. Steal like an artist, because nothing is original. And if you do that, I promise you that your reach will skyrocket. And finally, getting to our last lesson in here, social media is exactly like social life. Listen, it's called social for a reason. Notice that people with very large following are usually very likable, just like popular people in real life, at school or at work. And so trying to be the successful alpha male doesn't do you any favor, because quite frankly, even the most arrogant figures laugh and smile a lot. So what I want you to improve, apart from the video quality, the scripting, the filming, the editing, is I want you to improve your social skills. And you're going to automatically become a better creator. You can improve your humor, your authenticity, your positivity, your friendliness, confidence, speaking, everything you would improve if you wanted to become a better person to hang around with in real life. And I promise you that if you do all that, then it will pay off. At least that's what I'm gonna be doing. We've covered all the lessons for content creation that changed my life. But now I want to get serious for a second. It's not that other types of content don't work. It's that everything has a cost. And so the game of entrepreneurship is figuring out the best cost to value ratio because you only have limited resources. You don't have an infinite amount of time, money, and so you have to do the best with what you have. And the person who makes the most out of his resources wins. So the question I want you to ask yourself is, with the resources I have, how can I maximize the number of the right people to find out about my business and product? The most basic principles I found online are that anything works better than nothing. Some things work better than others, but nothing works forever. And so here's what you should do. You should start doing something. If you never posted any kind of video, you should just start with that, preferably as soon as possible. Then, once you're already going with the flow of posting videos regularly, you should see which things work better. Then you should just do as much of that as you can for as long as possible until it finally stops working, and then you just find another thing. I have to give credit to Alex Hormozy for this wisdom. And so if you feel like I helped you even a little, let me tell you that I've got a lot more free stuff that I can give you to help you grow your brand and make money online. The first thing is my free community, Creator Hub, which has a free creator course inside. Right now we have about 400 people inside the community, and the course will help you solve your social media and phone addiction, and it will make you level up as a creator. You can join using the first link in the description. Apart from that, another free thing is that you can just subscribe to get more of such free videos. But if you're a serious creator and if you want to take your journey to the next level, then I also have a paid community for creators, which has a bunch of courses on YouTube, content creation, making money online, productivity, short form content, and everything else that a serious creator will need. On top of that, we also have free live calls per week where I personally coach you and make videos with you so that you can achieve freedom online as soon as possible. And even though I launched the community just a month ago, my students are already getting sick results, like my guy Simon, who just hit his first 1,000 subscribers just a couple of weeks after joining. One disclaimer here is that the creator community only opens once per month, and so it is closed now. But what you can do is you can join the free community, the Creator Hub, to be notified when it opens again. Click the first link in the description, join the Creator Hub, and I will see you on the side where people are sick of being consumers and where they want to be the creators of their own reality. Subscribe.